Hello everyone. Welcome back to a new lecture of the series Introduction to Toy Design. My name is Dr. Supradip Das and I am an assistant professor at the Department of Design at IIT Guwahati. Today in this lecture, we will see timeless toys with case studies. Have you ever wondered what makes a toy timeless? Let's look at some of the most popular toys that makes them timeless. In today's lecture, first we will discuss some of the classic and timeless toys over the period of times and how these popular toys has been at everyone's house. Through this lecture, you will be able to analyze how successful toys endure across generations by balancing play value, cultural relevance, and adaptability over time. Learn key historical developments and identify toys that have remained iconic across generations. Understand how social, technological, and economic contexts influence toy innovation while identifying principles that transcend trends. Understand the role of design, simplicity, material choice, and user interaction in creating long-lasting and universally appealing toys. Let's discuss Lego, one of the world's most iconic toy brands, known for its interlocking plastic bricks that inspire creativity, imagination, and problem solving. The company was founded in 1932 in Billund, Denmark by Ole Kirk Christiansen, originally as a small workshop producing wooden toys. Let us look at the timeline to understand what makes Lego timeless and classic. The story of Lego begins with craftsmanship, play, and powerful idea. A master, carpenter, and joiner, Ole Kirk Christiansen, began making wooden toys focusing on quality, durability, and thoughtful design. He believed that play was essential to learning and growth. Drawing from the Danish word "leg-godt", meaning play well, Ole Kirk named his company Lego. Interestingly, the word Lego also means put together in Latin, perfectly reflecting the company's philosophy of building, creativity, and connection. In 1937, the Lego story took a new turn when Ole Kirk Christiansen's son, Gottfred Kirk Christiansen, began designing wooden toys at just 17 years old. From handcrafted wooden toys to a global symbol of creativity, Lego's foundation was built on the simple belief that play should always be meaningful. In 1940, Ole Kirk Christiansen took a bold and forward-looking step by ordering Lego's first plastic injection molding machine. At a time when wooden toys were still the norm, he recognized the potential of plastic as a material that could offer precision, consistency, and new possibilities for play. Ole Kirk saw promise in plastic bricks and worked to convince his son, Gottfred Kirk Christiansen, that his new material could transform the future of toys. Though the idea was risky and unfamiliar, their shared belief in innovation pushed them forward. By 1949, this vision became reality. The Lego brick we recognize today was launched under the name automatic binding bricks. These early plastic bricks marked the beginning of a revolutionary building system, one based on connection, creativity, and endless possibilities. This moment signaled Lego's transition from traditional crafts. In the 1950s, Gottfried Kirk Christiansen introduced a revolutionary idea that Lego system in play. Rather than designing isolated toys, he developed a structured system of products where every brick could connect, expand, and work together. This system-based thinking transformed Lego into a creative platform with endless possibilities. In 1956, the Lego Group expanded internationally, entering the German market and establishing its first dedicated sales company. This move marked Lego's growth from a local manufacturer into a global brand. A defining breakthrough came in 1958 when the Lego brick was patented with a new coupling principle, that is, the stud tube principle. This improved design ensured stronger connections and greater stability, creating the iconic Lego brick that remains compatible with bricks made today. A fire destroys the company's wooden toy warehouse in the 1960s. However, Lego came up strong and launched the Lego wheel in 1962. And in 1963, Gottfried Kirk Christiansen announced the 10 Lego characteristics, which are Lego, unlimited play possibilities. Lego, for girls, for boys. Lego, enthusiasm at all age. Lego, play all year round. Lego, stimulating and harmonious play. Lego, endless hours of play. Lego, imagination, creativity, development. Lego, more Lego, greater play value. Lego, always topical. Lego, safety and quality. In 1964, Lego introduced its first building instructions, guiding children while still encouraging creativity and exploration. Just a few years later, in 1968, the very first Legoland park opened in Billund, transforming Lego bricks into an immersive play experience. Then, in 1969, Lego launched Lego Duplo worldwide. Bricks designed at double the size, making creativity, building safe and accessible for the young children. In the 1970s, Carl Kirk Christiansen, the grandson of Lego founder Ole Kirk Christiansen, joined the company's management. Representing the third generation of the Christiansen family, his entry marked a new phase in Lego's leadership. With fresh perspective and a deep understanding of the Lego system in play, Carl Kirk Christiansen helped guide the company through a period of growth, innovation, and global expansion, ensuring that Lego's founding values continued while preparing the brand for the future. In 1977, Lego launched Lego's Technic, challenging older children to build with real-life mechanics, introducing gears, axles, and complex structures that mirrored the engineering world. A year later, in 1978, the iconic Lego minifigure was introduced, bringing personality storytelling, and human connection to Lego worlds. In the 1980s, the Lego Group took a major step into learning by establishing a dedicated department to develop educational material-based Lego products. In 1984, Lego initiated a visionary partnership with the MIT Media Lab, marking the beginning of efforts to add intelligence and behavior to Lego play, bridging physical construction with digital innovation. Then in 1989, Lego launched the Pirates theme, a milestone in storytelling and character design. For the first time, Lego minifigures featured multiple facial expressions, bringing greater emotion and narrative depth to play. On March 22, 1996, Lego.com went live, marking Lego's first major step into the digital world and connecting builders globally. In 1998, the Lego Group and the MIT Media Lab launched Lego Mindstorms, combining intelligent robotics technology with the Lego building system and redefining learning through play. Then in 1999, the Lego brick received one of its highest honors, being named Toy of the Century, cementing its place in play history. In the 2000s, Lego launched Lego Creator products, encouraging both children and adults to build freely, without rules, limits, or fixed outcomes. In 2007, Thomas Kirk Christiansen joined the Lego Group's board of directors, making the continued involvement and ownership of the Kirk Christiansen family. His role reinforced the company's long-term commitment to family-led values, stewardship, and the Lego system in play. A year later, in 2008, Carl Kirk Christiansen was inducted into the Toy Industry Hall of Fame in the United States. This honor recognized his visionary leadership and the profound impact of the Lego Group on global play culture. Under the guidance of Kirk Christiansen family, Lego revolutionized the way children play and build with bricks, transforming simple components into a universal language of creativity, learning, and imagination. These milestones celebrate both Lego's enduring family legacy and its lasting influence on the toy industry worldwide. During the 2010s, Lego continued to expand its storytelling worlds. Lego Ninjago was introduced and quickly became an evergreen theme, captivating generations of fans. In 2012, Lego Friends was launched, introducing a new mini doll figure and broadening representation and play narratives. In 2014, the Lego Movie premiered in cinemas around the world, transforming Lego into a global entertainment phenomenon. And in 2018, the Lego brick celebrated 60 years of endless play possibilities, honoring a legacy built on creativity, imagination, and innovation. Over the decades, Lego has expanded over simple brick sets into complex themes, including Lego Technic, Lego City, Lego Friends, and Lego Star Wars, blending play with storytelling and engineering. The brand transformed into a cultural phenomenon by branching into movies, video games, educational kits, and STEM-focused learning tools, promoting hands-on learning in schools worldwide. Lego's influence on the toy industry lies in its ability to merge play with creativity, open-ended design, and learning. Its commitment to quality, durability, and endless reconfigurable play has made Lego a timeless and multi-generational brand that continues to shape the future of play and design. Lego is timeless because it is not just a toy. It is a system for imagination capable of evolving with culture, technology, and generations while remaining fundamentally the same. It is a universal building system. The Lego bricks stud and tube design allows bricks from different generations to fit together, making Lego endlessly reusable and intergenerational. Open-ended play. There is no single right way to play. Lego encourages imagination, problem solving, and self-expression at any age. From Duplo for toddlers to technique, architecture, and mindstorms for teens and adults, Lego grows with the user. Balance of guidance and freedom. Instructions teach structure, while free building nurtures creativity, supporting both learning and exploration. Strong storytelling works. Themes like City, Ninjago, Star Wars, and Friends, and narratives depth while still allowing creative interpretation. Educational value. Lego supports spatial thinking, engineering logic, collaboration, and STEM learning. Cultural adaptability. Lego reflects social change through diverse characters, professions, and inclusive design. Emotional attachment and nostalgia. Lego connects generations, creating shared memories between children, parents, and grandparents. Design quality and durability. High material standard ensure bricks last for decades, reinforcing sustainability and long-term use. Now let's talk about Barbie. It is an 11-inch plastic doll shaped like an adult woman. One of the most iconic, influential dolls in the world. First launched on March 9, 1959 by the Southern California toy company Mattel Inc., created by Ruth Handler, who co-founded Mattel with her husband Elliot Handler. With her full name being Barbara Millicent Roberts, named after the daughter of Mattel co-founder Ruth Handler. While known as Barbie, her official name is Barbara. In a series of novels published by Random House in the 1960s, her parents are named George and Margaret Roberts, and she is described as being from town of Willows, Wisconsin. Barbie was designed to give girls a doll that represented an older, independent woman. Something different from the baby dolls that dominated the market at the time. Barbie quickly became a cultural symbol, reflecting changing ideas of fashion, beauty, ambition, and identity. And that was the first date she was first presented to the public. Ruth Handler envisioned Barbie as a mirror of contemporary culture, and the debut doll echoed the glamour of 1950s icons like Elizabeth Taylor and Marilyn Monroe. In her first year of the market, Barbie sold an impressive 3 lakhs unit. In 1961, Ken Carson, Barbie's on-again, of again longtime boyfriend was introduced, expanding Barbie's world and relationship. 2 years later, in 1963, Midge Hadley was introduced as Barbie's best friend, adding depth to Barbie's social circle. That same year, Skipper Roberts, Barbie's younger sister, made her debut, bringing family dynamics into the Barbie universe and further enriching Barbie's storytelling world. In 1967, supermodel Twiggy became the first celebrity to have a Barbie doll created in her likeness, marking a new era of celebrity-inspired dolls. In 1980, Barbie took a major step towards representation with the introduction of the first official African American Barbie, alongside a Latina Barbie. That same year, Barbie expanded globally with the debut of more than 40 international Barbie dolls, celebrating cultures from around the world and reinforcing Barbie's global identity. In 1986, artist Andy Warhol created a portrait of Barbie inspired by a close friend, a jewelry designer and devoted Barbie collector, who famously told him, "Do a portrait of Barbie because Barbie, c'est moi." It means, Barbie, it's me. Nearly 2 decades later, Mattel honored this iconic connection by releasing an Andy Warhol themed Barbie collectible, cementing Barbie's place in the art world. Barbie first ran for president in 1992. Since then has hit the campaign trail at least 7 times, reflecting changing ideas of leadership and ambition. In 2020, she even launched her own campaign team. In 2004, Barbie and Ken made headlines when they announced their breakup, deciding they were better off as friends. Fortunately, there was no need to divide possessions. The dream house had always been Barbie's. After years of cultural reinvention, Barbie continued to prove that she is more than a doll. She is a reflection of society, style, and storytelling through the decades. Here, Image 1 is to celebrate her 50th anniversary in 2009. Barbie had her own runway show at the New York Mercedes-Benz Fashion Week, featuring original creations by 50 notable designers. In Image 2, the visionary design duo Philip and David Blond, celebrated for their dazzling glitz and glam, has brilliantly crafted the exquisite Blond's Blonde Diamonds Barbie. Some see these fabulous dolls dressed to the nines in sparkles, gems, and fur as the first drag queen Barbie. Image 3 here shows Barbie with a bald head. It is an awareness to help young girls with cancer. Mattel produced a bald friend of Barbie named Ella. First manufactured in 2012, they were created in only a limited number and were distributed directly to hospitals. Responding to a petition from cancer patient's mother, Mattel agreed in 2014 to produce more Ella Barbies. The image on the right shows the Barbie clad in a black and white suit reminiscent of her first outfit from 1959. Barbie made the cover of the 2014 Sports Illustrated swimsuit edition. Image on the left of the Barbies is to address long-time criticism that Barbie dolls did not accurately reflect the diversity of the modern women Mattel in 2016 introduced Barbie Fashionistas. They came in 4 body types, 7 skin tones, 22 eye colors, and 24 hairstyles. In 2018, Mattel released a new Inspiring Women collection that features 3 groundbreaking history-marking women: Amelia Earhart, Frida Kahlo, and Katherine Johnson. Earhart was the first woman to fly solo across the Atlantic Ocean and the first person ever to fly solo from Hawaii to the US mainland. Kahlo was not only an inspiring and beloved painter, she was an activist who continues to influence women's movements today. Johnson, who was awarded the Presidential Medal of Freedom in 2015 by President Barack Obama, was a physicist, space scientist, and mathematician at NASA's Langley Center. She provided the calculations for Alan Shepard's historic first flight into space, John Glenn's groundbreaking orbit of the Earth, and the trajectory for Apollo 11's moon landing. In 2019, with the marking of Barbie's 60th anniversary, Mattel released a new Barbie body type that featured a smaller bust, a less defined waist, and more defined arms. The addition was just the latest in Barbie's expanded line featuring a wider array of body shapes. Over the decades, Barbie has taken on over 200 professions, from astronaut to doctor to computer engineer, encouraging imaginative play and showing girls that they can aspire to any roles. The brand has evolved with society, introducing diverse body types, skin tones, abilities, and cultural backgrounds, making the line more inclusive and relatable. Beyond dolls, Barbie has become a global brand encompassing movies, books, fashion, digital games, and major collaborations with artists and designers. In the toy industry, Barbie's impact is significant. She revolutionized fashion dolls, shaped trends, and became a platform for storytelling, empowerment, and creativity for generations of children. What makes Barbie timeless is its endless role possibilities, strong brand innovation, constant reinvention, creative and open-ended play, strong emotional legacy, cultural icon status, and representation and inclusivity. The next is Hot Wheels. Conceived in 1968 by an innovator, a rocket scientist, and a car designer, Elliot Handler, co-founder of Mattel, Hot Wheels diecasts were designed to revolutionize toy vehicles by looking cooler and performing better than the competition. More than 5 decades later, Hot Wheels is now the #1 selling toy in the world and has evolved into an iconic brand recognized around the globe. Hot Wheels' innovation and design strategy stood out from competitors like Matchbox Cars and Dinky Toys by offering bright, exaggerated designs inspired by muscle cars and custom cars culture, low-friction plastic wheels and axle technology that made the cars ride faster, tracks and stunt systems that encouraged active kinetic play. This engineering-led design approach positioned Hot Wheels not just as collectibles, but as high-performance toys. Hot Wheels reshaped the toy vehicle category and impacted the market by 1. Making speed and stunt central to play. Second, introducing fantasy cars designs that appealed to children's imagination. Third, creating a massive collector culture among adults. 4. Over 8 billion cars have been sold, making Hot Wheels one of the best-selling toys of all time. Later, the brand expanded into video games, animated series, and movies. Second, collaborations with automotive brands such as Ford, Tesla, Porsche. Third, premium collectors lines and limited editions. Fourth, STEM-inspired products like the Hot Wheels Lab. Fifth, Hot Wheels continues to blend engineering, imagination, and performance, staying relevant. Hot Wheels is more than just a toy. It is timeless because it combines speed, imagination, and innovation in a way few toy brands can match. It is almost remaining timeless because of universal appeal of cars and speed, realism, and fantasy in one toy, cross-generational connection, iconic, durable design, innovative play systems, endless customization, and collectability. Collaborations with pop culture, affordable and accessible. The next is Nintendo. Grew from a small 1889 playing card company in Kyoto into one of the most influential forces in global entertainment. Its leap into electronic gaming in the 1970s reshaped how children and adults play, introducing characters and consoles that became cultural landmarks. With creations like Mario, The Legend of Zelda, Game Boy, Wii, and Switch, Nintendo championed fun, accessibility, and imaginative worlds over pure technology. The company's playful inventions did not just redefine video games. They expanded the boundaries of the modern toy industry by blending storytelling, interactivity, and innovation into a child-joyful ecosystems. Early foundation is from cards of toys. Before entering into video games, Nintendo explored mechanical and electronic toys in the 1960s and 70s. Designers Gunpei Yokoi played a crucial role with inventions such as Ultra Hand 1966, a mechanical extendable arm toy that became a bestseller. Love Teaser 1969, an early novelty gadget. These products established Nintendo's manufacturing expertise and interest in playful electronics. The design philosophy of Nintendo is lateral thinking with withherd technology. Gunpei Yokoi famously argued that toys succeed when they use simple, affordable technology in imaginative new ways. This philosophy kept prices low, encouraged experimentation, and prioritized player experience over technical power. It remains central to Nintendo's product strategy. Nintendo's characters such as Mario, Zelda, Pikachu, Kirby are among the most recognizable in the world. The company influenced pop culture and animation, toy collectibles and merchandise, esports and online gaming, cross-generational play experiences. Nintendo's approach turned video games into a mainstream, family-friendly cultural phenomena. What makes Nintendo timeless? Its iconic characters with universal appeal, such as Mario, Zelda, Pikachu, Kirby, Donkey Kong. These characters are instantly recognizable around the world. Their personalities and stories have emotional depth, making people return to them over decades. Gameplay over graphics. Nintendo prioritizes fun, creativity, and player experience rather than chasing hyper-realistic visuals. This philosophy keeps their game accessible, joyful, and engaging for players of all ages. Reinvention and innovation. From the NES to the Switch, Nintendo has repeatedly transformed how people play, and their willingness to experiment keeps them ahead of trends. Cross-generational connection. Parents who played Nintendo games in the 80s, 90s, or 2000s share them with their children today. This creates a powerful cycle of nostalgia and new discovery. Strong storytelling and world building. Nintendo's games offer beautifully crafted worlds. Hyrule and Mushroom Kingdom, Kanto, filled with lore, adventure, and charm. These universes feel timeless and endlessly explorable. Accessibility and inclusivity. Nintendo designs games that everyone can enjoy, regardless of age or skill level. Titles like Mario Kart, Animal Crossing, and Wii Sports are easy to learn and fun to play in groups. Emotional comfort and wholesomeness. Nintendo games carry a sensational optimism, creativity, and comfort. Their tone is rarely cynical, giving players a joyful escape that holds up across generations. Consistent quality and trust. Nintendo rarely releases unfinished or low-quality games. This reliability builds long-term loyalty and respect from fans and families. Now let us discuss about G.I. Joe. Launched in 1964, the first action figure by company called Hasbro and designer Sam Weston. He is a product developer. G.I. Joe revolutionized the toy market by offering a fully articulated 12-inch military figure with interchangeable uniforms and accessories. Avoiding the word doll, Hasbro coined action figure, creating a new toy category that changed marketing forever. G.I. Joe allowed boys to role-play military missions inspired by real branches of the US Armed Forces. How did G.I. Joe impact the toy industry? When G.I. Joe arrived on the toy shelves, it did more than introduce a new kind of action figure. It rewrote the rules of play. G.I. Joe broke gender barriers in toy marketing, providing that boys too could embrace figurative, character-driven play. This whole shift normalized action figures for boys and challenged long-standing assumptions in the toy industry. The line also created a highly customizable toy ecosystem, outfits, vehicles, weapons, and gears that encouraged storytelling and world building. Kids were not just buying a toy, they were entering a universe. During the Cold War era, G.I. Joe became a symbol of patriotism and heroism, reflecting cultural values of loyalty, courage, and national pride. The character instantly captured America's imagination. This success reshaped the future of play. G.I. Joe's popularity demonstrated that boys deeply enjoy collectible, narrative based figures, paving the way for franchises like Star Wars, Transformers, He Man, and later Marvel superheroes. By the 1980s, G.I. Joe evolved into one of the era's most powerful toy media ecosystem, combining toys, animated series, comics, and merchandise. This became the blueprint for modern transmedia marketing, influencing giants such as Transformers, Pokemon, and even Barbie's multimedia expansions. With rich characters and dramatic story arcs, G.I. Joe strengthened emotional attachment and collectability. It showed toy makers the immense value of a strong, iconic intellectual property. Its legacy goes beyond childhood. G.I. Joe marked the shift from children's play to lifelong fandom, helping to establish today's vibrant adult collector culture. Decades later, the influence of G.I. Joe continues to shape action figures design standards around the world. More than a toy, it became a movement, one that transformed the global toy industry forever. G.I. Joe remains timeless because it blends action, imagination, and cultural adaptability in a way that keeps the brand relevant across generations. Several factors contribute to its enduring legacy, such as first true action figure. When G.I. Joe launched in 1964, it introduced the world to the action figure, a doll designed specifically for boys. This groundbreaking shift redefined toy categories and influenced decades of character-based play. Second, realistic heroic fantasy. G.I. Joe taps into themes of bravery, teamwork, adventure, military strategy. These timeless narratives resonate with kids fascinated by rescue missions, exploration, and heroism. Evolving with the times, G.I. Joe has reinvented timeless through major eras such as 1960s realistic military figures, 1970s adventure teams responding to cultural shift, 1980s G.I. Joe vs. Cobra with vibrant characters and vehicles, and 2000s films, comics, and animated series. This adaptability keeps the brand aligned with changing culture, values, and interests. Rich cast of characters. G.I. Joe offers a huge roster, each with names, each with name, specialty, and backstory. This world building encourages imaginative play and storytelling, much like comic book universes. The play systems beyond a simple figure. The brand expanded into vehicles, bases, weapons, sets, comics, and animated shows. These interconnected elements deepened engagement and created a whole world to explore. The next is multi-generational nostalgia. Adults who grew up with the toy in the 60s, 80s, and 90s often pass down the stories, cartoons, and figures to their children. This nostalgic bond keeps the brand alive across decades. Influence on pop culture. G.I. Joe has shaped action hero narratives in comics, TV, films, and even animation styles. Its famous slogan, "A real American hero," became a cultural touchstone. The next is collectability. Many G.I. Joe figures, especially from the 1980s line, have become highly collectible. The combination of characters, lore, accessories, and variations keeps adult fans invested. Let's now talk about Rubik's Cube, a puzzle toy that became a global phenomenon. Invented in 1974 by Hungarian architect Erno Rubik. The Rubik's Cube was created originally as a teaching tool to explain 3D structure to students. It became a mass market toy when licensed globally in 1980s. Its key innovations are, first, the unique mechanical designs, a rotating 3x3x3 structure that allowed 43 quintillion possible combinations. Second, cognitive challenge, promoted problem solving, memory, and spatial thinking. And the third, universal appeal, no language, no battery, just pure logic and play. It sold over 450 million units, making it one of the best-selling toys of all time. Sparked worldwide puzzle competitions, and the rise of speed cubbing as a global sport became an icon of the 1980s and a symbol of intelligence, patience, and creativity. Rubik's Cube remains a timeless educational toy used in classrooms, design studies, and cognitive research. It has inspired spin-off puzzles, digital versions, and a thriving global community of enthusiasts by combining intellectual challenge, universal appeal, and cultural impact in a way few puzzles ever have. Its simplicity on the outside and complexity on the inside keeps people fascinated across generations. It's a simple design, infinite complexity. At first glance, it's just a colorful cube, but the deeper you engage with it, the more you realize its mathematical elegance and endless combinations. This balance of clarity and depth keeps people returning to it. It is universal and ageless. A Rubik's Cube appeals to all ages. It transcends language, culture, and age, making it a global icon. Hands-on brain challenge. As solving the cube requires logic, memory, pattern recognition, and patience, it provides a satisfying mental workout that feels both playful and intellectually rewarding. Sense of achievement. Whether you solve it in 10 minutes or 10 seconds, completing a cube gives a unique, tangible sense of accomplishment. This emotional payoff builds loyalty and lasting engagement. Reinvention through speed cubbing. The rise of competition, speed cubbing, keeps the puzzle relevant. New techniques, world records, competitions, and custom cubes have created a vibrant global community. Cultural icon in media and pop culture. As appearing in movies, TV shows, music videos, and art, the cube symbolizes intelligence, curiosity, and creativity. Its distinctive look makes it instantly recognizable. Lego, Barbie, Hot Wheels, Nintendo, G.I. Joe, and Rubik's Cube may look very different, but they share a powerful common foundation. All of these toys encourage active engagement, not passive consumption. Whether through building, role play, problem solving, storytelling, or interactions, the child becomes a creator, not just a user. These toys leave space for imagination and interpretation rather than prescribing a single outcome. As we conclude this lecture, try to recall the factors that make a toy a timeless classic. Juxtapose the knowledge gained in this lecture and assess each toy's chance of becoming a timeless classic. See you in the next lecture. Till then, have fun.